Sorrow, and it was all on TV. You blew a kiss to a goodbye. That's how you met me. Back to New York in the morning. We were right where we should be. She said, here I am,
So I hoped that the program would help me to transfer to a four-year school, which was a big aspiration of mine since I was in high school. Go to a four-year school, especially a big one. Now I'm at UConn, I really like that. And so that one was one that definitely I hope I would succeed in my work. I also wanted to ideally buy a place of my own, or rent a place of my own without parents or guardians or supervisors. And that's what like to happen next semester as well when I get an apartment. Another hope would be that I guess I just improve as a person, figure out, well, what's my goal? What am I here to do? And even less deep than that, what's like my vocation? And I was never sure of that. I would say I had greater goals, because once I had met certain goals, then I wanted to do more things. I found out, for instance, that I was a pretty good dishwasher. I liked doing that. I did like having a roommate, which is an experience I had previously that went okay at my other work high school. But it went even better here in two different circumstances, because I got to know, like, I think it's a good skill to know how to live with others, and so you have to like get to know their quirks, and like my music is one big thing. I play it very loudly, and so I would have to turn it down at night or off a lot of the time, which was hard for me, but I understood kind of what the other person was feeling. The two-way street was a hard thing to grasp. And like, just as with the dishes, there was also like learning, okay, well, planning for the future, like meaning the immediate future in this case. Like when my laundry's done, like we had certain laundry days or certain grocery days for go grocery shopping. So in those kind of days, I have to plan, okay, well I have to make sure I don't have much stuff on this day so that I can really block out like a 2-hour block for going grocery shopping, put everything away, then the ride set, and then the laundry would be make sure my stuff is out by a certain time and hopefully get the other guys to put their stuff out. And that's a lot of living activities, as well as I guess, I mean, aside from the external things, like, I guess I was more self-confident, I'll say that, because I always thought I don't know. I mean, I'm still not the most self-confident person, but I would say that I'm a lot more self-confident before. I found that I had strengths, and that there were good parts of me, and that I wouldn't be rejected all every time, and I'll also say that I met really good friends in school, and in Three Rivers in this case when I was at my house, and a couple of the guys at the house I really liked, so including some staff that I still communicate with. So yeah, I'd say, yeah, I guess I'd say I felt more better about myself for ways that I understand, and I felt like I was more a social person than I envisioned myself. Alright, so what would like a week, like for instance a week would be, say I would I wouldn't always take open classes, and in fact I would take almost 9 credits, I'd say. So it would be like an event or 2 a week for the extracurriculars I had, such as environmental, peer was environmentalists or whatever. And then there'd be strong CT event for math and sciences for underrepresented groups. And they would like be going to a park or doing something like that, or eat there. So then I would also go to school, I would say 3 to 4 times a week outside of that for 4 days a week rather, for my classes. And then I would get some help here at the ministry house for stuff like writing or planning out certain assignments when I really need ones. Planning, like how to do things, cooking, I learned how to cook, that was great. I mean, I probably, anyone can learn how to cook, I guess, but I learned how to be confident in cooking, and that's really going to help me next semester. And also to see things from others' perspectives, which is a really tough lesson, and it probably took me a long time, and I still trying actively today to use it. And it's something I have to actively work with, because some people it's just natural things to it, and others it doesn't. I would give the following advice to students who come here. One, make sure you're actually probably the type of benefit from these kind of services, because a lot of it is independent. I mean, they expect you to be, they'll give you the tools to succeed. It's like fishing. You give you the tools to fish, and you gotta catch it yourself, versus they're not going to give you the food to eat. It's much more a process of motivating yourself. Just as long as you know what to do, then you have to motivate yourself to do it. Try to listen to the staff because they have their best interests at heart. And I'm not saying to suck up. It's just that it took me a while to gain some trust. And also, don't think of failure too much. Like, don't be afraid to fail or try new things. I guess the other thing I would say is make sure you're open with the staff about what your needs are, especially from the beginning, because you don't want to feel guilty. You don't want to feel like you're doing anything wrong, and just communicate a lot. I think that helped me a lot, because I was and I always had things, it's like, but I'm a very open person about myself and what I need at these times. Sometimes too much so, but I think if you just hold in and don't tell people what's making you work or it's not working for you, I think that'll affect you and the others around you.